We are live. Here we go, first mid coming out. I'm gonna go into my pre-cam so I can see what's going on. I heard someone get bonked. I think the spy got bonked on ET by Alec over on Tangerine. Kill 'em all jumping out onto the point immediately. Looks like... Oh wow, the medic did go down. I did not see what killed him. I'm gonna have to get used to these
just bombed
names.
Pretty much Lunacide bombed right in on 404. And I genuinely like Viaduct mids where almost everyone dies.
Yeah, that ended up a 3-on-3. Milo, or Ricky, I guess, is jumping back onto the point.
The Heavy gets whipped to death. Oh wow. So I guess ET died sooner, so they're getting the point as a result. So score 1 for aggression.
Yeah, and looks like both medics died. Ubers are pretty much even. Just in Time's going to need to build a little bit if they want to get a good push off here. They can start to dry push, but they're going to have to get some decent trades to take back this point. Giraffe kind of pushing up a little bit by himself right now. It takes out the mini sentry, but has to fall back to his team. Spamfest and Milo both going down on the flank as FaZe picks up the heavy.
Ooh, Spike almost gets Giraffe, but does not. So yeah, they're going to get this without having to wait for the Uber. That's really so. They just sort of gradually edged everyone out.
And that's what we were kind of talking about before we started. Is as soon as you don't have the point, you just need to kind of start pushing, because every trade is in your favor, and that went very much in Tangerine's favor. Highlander player, Giraffe's team favor. So 4-4 went down. Everyone but FaZe actually went down during that. Let's see what kind of hold Highlander players put up here. Giraffe's kind of hanging out in front of his team a little bit.
Justin is staying way back in the niche. I don't actually like that so much. I prefer to have the medic on the cliff. But this might be a little safer, putting him down below. It might be a little safer from snipers.
Yeah, this is the kind of passive hold that I think was popular a few, 4 or 5 seasons ago. Teams
I don't mind the passive hold. I like the medic on the cliff better, but I guess the standard now is heavy on the cliff. Medic maybe not.
I believe that's what we did on Tangerine, actually. We put the heavy on the cliff. dashnerr remembers that very fondly, if I recall correctly. So ET's going to push right up, and this is the downside of the passive hold, is they can get a lot of ground for free, but the Ubers are going to come out.
The Ubers are even, but not really. Nothing's really happening, and that's good for Tangerine.
The after Uber fight's what's going to matter here, and I would say that ET has the better positioning as we stand. They're kind of just getting free ground to take on the point. And again, just like trading, you don't have the point, getting cap time when you don't have the point is great as well.
They're just ET's being very cautious about this push. I think they're just slowly getting numbers advantage.
Yeah, Ricky tried to bomb in, but got caught out by Giraffe at a nice kind of prediction sticky up on China. Looks like ET's going to take the point 4-4 with a little bit of an Uber advantage, so he should have Uber by the time that Highlander players start pushing back in. They're going to come immediately, though, and try to catch him off before he gets it, but I think he's going to get it just right about now, so not quite. Just in time, a little bit behind, still hasn't quite picked it up. Spy on cloaking on the point, and everyone ran away, so he cloaks again.
I love that. It's my favorite part about playing Spy.
Uber was forced early for ET, the counter Uber coming out of just in time, and Giraffe coming up. ET getting forced back a little bit. Looks like Scratchy went down back behind everyone. Spy coming down off the hill. It's a couple tries on the medic, but misses. Good dodges there from just in time. And it looks like, again, a lot of players are going down for ET, and surprise 38 special, yeah, he's going to go down. As they're just kind of forced out. The non-Uber fights are definitely favoring Highlander players right now.
I believe Satan is stuck on default flamethrower.
That very much ruins the way he likes to play.
Yeah. More even than for most pyros. That's not good.
Yeah, he's he's stuck on shotgun too, and I don't think
that's true. No, he never
in the 4 years I've seen Satan, I don't think I've ever seen him run shotgun.
Oh, and it looks like Tangerine's Uber got forced, and they're gonna just barely force ETs and leave, which is good. Man, they did well with getting forced, but it's a bad time to get it first.
And just in time goes down. Ricky bombs it over on cliffside,
and he got headshot in midair. Actually,
wow, did he?
Yes, he did. I'm not even sure where the sniper was. I just saw it happen. Oh, and looks like ET's just all gone down again. They're just sort of
They still have the point though, so Tangerine, Giraffe's team, Highlander players should spawn quickly and run up on the point. The engineer's already going to start, but the spy cloaks behind him and doesn't quite manage to get the stab. H&G is kind of getting some unlucky kind of 180s every time he goes for a stab. There is no luck with Spy,
Huey.
Yeah, that's true. You're an evil, evil class, and you deserve every bad thing that happens to you. So yeah, they're going to come right back up, and they're going to take each point pretty much for free. They're kind of... Some of the flank going down, as well as the sniper.
Oh, and the med's down too?
I think a few people pushed a little bit too far on their own, and they kind of died all separated. Way out. The only person up on cliff was Sniper, and the spy took him out. And they were just sort of very forward and just got spammed straight down the middle. Yeah. 4-4 did end up going down there. Looks like Alex snuck in, got a couple scatters on him. They just need to get up on the point right now. They should have the heal advantage, but Spamfest on the flank, taking down the NG and his sentry gun. Kill them all, actually. Very little health, 32 health, keeping people up off the point. Is it gonna be, gotta touch the point there, guys? Oh. So, pretty big misstep.
Even if they got that point, I don't think they would have kept it very long.
Probably not. It was a pretty big misstep, though. 4-4 went down really early, and Highlander players just didn't really react in a quick enough time to get up and start getting some cap time. Next mid looks like both teams are just going to posture around the rock as we see. Highlander players going to try to push out a little bit. The heavy going out aggressively. He's probably going to go down. He gets picked off. So does Kill 'Em All, though.
Go down.
Yeah, so almost simultaneously. Picks are definitely going in favor of Highlander players, though, as their heals stayed a lot more forward than the Electric Temptations. 38 Special trying to throw some damage onto the point from the flank side, but nothing doing. Another mid is going to go.
Really aggressive on the mids. Like, too aggressive, I think. They're putting players directly on the point immediately, including their heavy, and I don't think I like that.
Uber coming out of ET, it looks like Justin, I don't know if he got his, or he must have gone down early in that. Maybe he went down at mid, I didn't see, but easy retake for ET with the Uber, and they're only going to be a little bit behind, so if they build this a little bit, they can work out. Looks like Satan does have his loadout out, so he's back over on the flank where he likes to play. Throwing some flares over on the left side here.
That's going to make that can make a big difference.
Satan's actually going to go down. He got way too far forward. Joseph takes out the spy once again. Yeah. So ET trying this cliff hold again that Highlander players were doing. They're getting kind of forced back. The health is really bad for red for Highlander players. They're going to heal up and try to come up and take the point, though. They do have... It's turned into a pretty big Uber advantage. They probably don't know that, though. They probably think it's about even. Giraffe going down, that's probably going to stall the push out quite a bit.
Yeah, then their Uber advantage isn't going to do them any good with Giraffe down.
Yeah. Justin does not want to use that Uber with his demo man down. 4-4 does use, though. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they thought their medic was much closer. I'm not...
Yeah, perhaps.
Justin was already basically back in spawn by the time that Uber happened.
I didn't see anything near that medic.
Maybe
a sniper sightline or something. Yeah.
The only reason you do that is to go chase a medic, generally speaking.
38 Special getting bonked across the front. Satan doing a great job of denying this Uber, though. He might actually get out too.
And there were no hit scan classes with oh my god, you're right. I can't say the name. With Tangerine, I'll do it.
Yeah.
They didn't. I think they had maybe an NG sort of behind them, but mostly that was just a solo Uber on the demo with no one around, which I don't think is something you want to do, especially not when there's a pyro around.
Yeah, for sure. Satan did a great job of just ducking around the corner and blasting back and forth. Lunacide jumping in, getting Spamfest in phase with one rocket, one little nice little air shot rocket to finish them both off. This should be a good time to push. It's pretty much just 38 Special on his own, trying to hold people off. They didn't try to get into him and get a force. There it goes. Joseph and Justin backing up, wisely reflecting the stickies from 38, keep his medic alive. They're going to have Uber here in about 10 seconds, ready to come back up on the point. But ET has so much time ticked off of it right now. Highlander players need to get a hold, and they need to keep it. And they kind of pushed a little bit premature, and their heavy went a little bit too far forward and died. Giraffe's going too far forward. It's not a good Uber. Pop to save Giraffe there. They're gonna get the point. And 404 actually goes down to Demento back in the house. I don't know. Everyone died and
he was just everybody just got very hurt, and
left their medic.
Pretty much.
Interesting.
I mean, wow, I can't get the names right at all. I'm sorry. Tangerine Spy of Air. He was on Cliff, so he just body shot him down, I think. But
yeah.
But I think they were all just sort of running away, and that's kind of what you say. You know, sometimes they don't. If they don't know exactly what they're doing, they don't quite do the right thing. So.
Yeah, and that's been, I think, what has caused a lot of ET's losses, is when they're backing up, they don't really back up with their medic very well. They just kind of all back out where they can't be shot instead of keeping their medic alive. They'll go a different direction than the medic can go to do it. And so anyway, 4-4 having gone down, it's about 85% Uber, but Justin has his ready to go to counter this. Looks like the H&G is up on the cliff side. He's going to come up behind the heavy, but get spotted out and taken down.
And again,
are
Giraffe
exchanged on
Ubering
the
in
point.
pretty much solo, and he's going to get air blasted around. Oh, he actually does make it out, which is very good.
Very nice little jumps to get around there.
Those
and
are very
his
solid,
spam is coming directly back in. It's going to force ET off the point for a little bit at least.
But when they've got that much presence, they don't technically have the point yet, but they basically do. You don't want to solo Uber in to force an Uber like that when you're not the one with control of the area. They've got the Highlander players have to start bringing their heavy, their pyro, someone closer than just the demo.
Yeah, and right now the sniper's down for red, and so FaZe has got kind of just free reign to take whatever shots he wants. I think Highlander players are going to take the point back. 4-4 might need to fall back a little bit of danger of losing his life with 90% Uber, but we're going to have another Uber versus Uber with Highlander players having the point. This is actually really good in their favor. It just comes down to the post-Uber that you need to make sure not to die. Because there's enough time here that ET can afford to just trade for kills and then come back with respawns. 50 seconds left. ET gonna push up. They need to get an early
They're going to Uber
force
the scout again.
Yeah.
That's part of their plan.
Uber
I think
your
when
pyro,
they need
there
to
we
force
go.
an Uber, that's their set play.
I think they could have got up further before they did that.
I think so. I think it was a little too far back because Highlander players still ended up with the better Uber, but they are down on players now. I think we're gonna see. Yeah, okay. Now we're definitely gonna see ET capture this.
Yeah.
There's just not enough people anymore.
Yeah, this couple rounds have been pretty close, but here we go. I think what I said was the team that wins the third mid.
Oh, that's right.
It's gonna win.
I said the team that wins the
map.
second round, so I'm officially thinking that ET's gonna win it now.
Okay.
But you're giving Highlander players a little more time to adjust.
I'm giving it to them. Milo down instantly. Nice soldier distraction bomb. They need to push up as that soldier jumps across, but looks like Bowser and Scratchy are going to get a couple picks over on the side. So 4-4 going down kind of late, as well as 38 special. Just in time is going to have his Uber.
The whole combo just went down all at once. It was really well timed. The spy was in there, there was a sniper shot, and there was a sticky, and I'm not sure which killed what member of the combo, but
Yeah.
it was just a very, very, very good collapse. So now you're officially going for the Highlander players.
I think they've won every mid actually. But they've won this third one, so obviously they're gonna win. And this is the problem with their kind of passive hold, is they're going to get forced in a position where they can't really defend the point. ET is going to get a lot of time up on the point.
Oh, they're running crits. I did not realize. And they were forced on crits, which is not good, because I don't think anything came out of that.
You want to kind of bait the point a little bit on crits, but not get thrown so far back that it does nothing. They got a couple kills, but 4-4 is the kill they really need with crits in that situation, so...
And again, maybe this is just me, maybe I'm wrong, but with a passive hold, I really think you want the medic on the cliff, not under it.
Yeah, I would agree. Draft going down to Milo there. Looks like Lunacide jumping in. Let's see if he can get anything, but he actually jumps directly into the heavy, who was actually not with the medic. He got a little bit mixed up. And
yeah, so it's so easy to assume the big loud heavy is that you can hear is where the medic's going to be, and sometimes it's not the case.
So this is kind of a free Uber for 404 here, as Just in Time had actually gone down, so they're just going to Uber and save the point, clean up everyone, keep everyone alive. Not a bad play. everything's
they're
still
actually
even.
going for a
4-4 is
bit of a
actually
forward
gonna...
hold here.
Yeah, this is what I'd like to see, is if you can't use Uber until you get to the point, or before you get to the point, then that Uber's really hard to make effective on Viaduct. And I think ET knows this, and Highlander player, they probably know it, but they're probably just unable to get a good forward hold going.
Yeah, both teams are playing so passive. It's A, if your mindset is our passive hold is our main one, then it's hard to shift. But also B, if the other team's playing passive by default, it's harder to get a forward hold. So I just think we're not seeing much of that. We're mostly seeing big, kind of occasionally messy team fights just on the point itself.
And the flank fights so far have usually been going in the favor of Highlander
is
players.
fully bonked with the Sandman. They're just sitting around. Oh, the bomb! Oh, the force! Wow! That's the most ridiculous force I've seen.
Oh my god!
All year.
Can you right click when you're?
No, but you can. He was able to right click as soon as he got blasted into the air, because then he was no longer counted as stunned. So the instant, if he'd managed to hit that rocket without launching him upwards, he would have gotten a drop, I think. But I don't know how you do that from a bomb. But he's still, I mean, that was a very solid force.
Yeah.
You could see Satan and, what, Alec? No, I'm sorry, who's the scout on blue? Milo. You could see Satan and Milo just sort of sitting next to him trying to block any hit scan. But
Lunacide jumping up the cliff gets phase and 4-4. That is fantastic play for Highlander players. They need to keep ticking time off this clock, though. They're doing the same passive hold. Where
I mean,
kinda...
they could move off that a little bit, because now they're down numbers.
They're just getting spammed out. Look at 38 Special's just walking forward and dumping stickies on just in time. He goes down to 44 health, and now their heavy's dead. They just need to make sure that they can use their defensive Uber when they want to and not get forced all the time.
I feel like most of the Ubers we've seen have been forced from both teams, actually.
Oh,
wow!
Demento. Wow.
And Bowser was that, like, again, Bowser and Demento worked together perfectly. And there are snipers I've played with like that, where it's just like, I doubt they're intentionally doing it, it's just to go for the right people at the right time, and you just, they work together perfectly. I love spy and sniper combos that don't work against each other.
You mean you don't like the person you're about to backstab getting headshot?
Oh no, it's my favorite. I love.
So now that they don't have Uber, they're doing a little bit more of a forward hold, but they're going to back it up now. Looks like as soon as I say that. And 4-4 going down again, and this is the problem with kind of a flank pyro. Satan was on his way back over there, but especially on Viaduct, where the spies they just drop off of cliffs and dynas.
Oh, Hing's going for a stab on the med. Oh, he gets the demo. Wow, he almost got Justin, but
second best pick you can get at least.
It's still not a bad pick. I think they're still going to get the point off that, but he was right behind Justin, and I think he didn't. I mean, he was dropping off cliff blind, so I think he just got a little unlucky with his own timing.
Where's the rest of Red here? They need to just take this point back as quickly as they can, and are they going to get spammed out?
It seems like a lot of them were I think a lot of them were walking up from spawn, and some of them were still sitting in the in the main area, sort of dealing with a spy or something. I'm not sure. But I think that they saw the time on the clock and decided to play it safe, which has sort of been the motto.
Yeah. This is up until right now. ET's kind of been jumping on the point one at a time, and now they're all going to come up here, but Giraffe should just be able to spam and get a lot of damage down.
Well, FaZe is a solid, completely uncontested position right now, but Highlander players has like 5 up, so
they need to not worry about the Uber and just start getting on the point. They have such a big advantage. Satan's the only one up there. He's going to try to deny the Uber. If some hit scan comes in, they're going to finish him off very quickly.
They did get Satan. It's going to be an Uber v Uber.
Trades
if
are
they pushed a little early, they'd have better numbers, but they still have numbers. Highlander players, that is.
And they're just going to retake the point.
Yeah, Spy going for the medic, but it's too late. So, you know, it's third mid, they won the thing.
I think I might have been right.
You mean it's possible you have to say this about you? I'm gonna cast the rest of the game like this.
Bees. Fourth mid. Let's see, Lunacide's gonna do a big jump and get headshot as he touches the wall. Bowser gonna take down 38 special though. That's a pretty good pretty good answer to that. FaZe going down to Demento. Demento's been playing really well this game. He's been getting some good sniper picks at the right time and getting some good med picks as well. He gets kind of caught out there 4-4 season, so he's going to back up. No need to die when your team's got the points. So another good mid. That's right, the 4th mid in a row won by...
I think ET won the 2nd mid, actually.
Like,
it was a total wipe on both teams, and then they came back, 1st or 2nd, but still, they are winning most of the mids.
I'm right.
Highlander. Right.
Yeah. ET, again, they're just going to kind of be able to walk up here for free, try to get the Uber on their Pyro a little bit, and maybe deny that, but Satan now has gotten so much position, he can kind of deny the Uber where he really shouldn't have been able to, so it's going to do an awful lot to waste the Uber. ET's going to take the point back, and suddenly they're playing defense instead of offense, as they kind of passive hold and really do its job. Both teams getting kind of forced back off the point. This is what I always see out of ET right now is there's just, for some reason, 4-4 and 38 special, and Lunacide almost got a pick there, but 38 got a kind of a lucky sticky to take him down. Demento getting caught out on the point by Satan.
Yeah, doing his best to blend in, but yeah. Once you're spotted, you're spotted.
That exchange, I really think that should have gone to Red's way there.
It kept looking like Highlander players was like gonna have the advantage, and then they never quite did it.
Yeah. Lunacide again jumping in. He's gotten some good picks so far, but his last 2 bombs haven't really been timed very well. He's kind of jumping into the entire team himself, and Highlander players aren't really able to push off of it at all. So that's something they could probably... He's getting an awful lot of shots on the medic. 4-4 has all the room to dodge that he wants. Uber v Uber coming off here. And this is kind of the same thing we're seeing in the opposite direction, which is...
Although Highlander players have a much bigger numbers advantage this time, but they're still being really passive with this Uber. They're doing like a solo Uber in with demo. Like that's... When they first did it, I thought it might have been an accident, but that seems to be their main thing, is just Uber the demo and get in as much as possible. And there's times when that's a good idea, and there's times when it's not. And I think that they just do it anytime they can.
They're going down away from the Uber a little bit too much. So people are either coming in and expecting Uber and not getting it, or they're just kind of moving forward with not enough health. Lunacide's going to jump in and take out 4-4. This is kind of going the same way last round did, where ET takes a lot of time off, and Tangerine Highlander players drafts team gets it back and gets a nice little pick on the 4-4. So big advantage for them coming out. Alec doing his best on the flank to fight the mini sentries is going to go down to Satan, as is Bowser to HMG. Now 2 power classes, Scout and Sniper down.
Yeah, that's going to be enough.
Just going to come right up and force, and I think they finally figured out that they don't need their own Uber to come up and force the other team here, so 4-4 is going to get out.
4-4 with a 25% advantage. But really down on players, and they're still being aggressive, now. Which I can't say I don't like, because ET hasn't punished them for being aggressive when they are, because they're so passive.
Just bombed in and took out both 4-4 and 38 special. He had some help from Alec there coming in. That was a really well-coordinated play. FaZe kind of showed up for the first time. I haven't been saying his name too much, and he did take down just in time. But at this point, really shouldn't go to ET. He should be able to hold a little bit here with just some spam.
I was saying, ET has been punished for their aggression, and then Highlander players changed and punished them for their aggression. So I take it back. I think Highlander players are. Oh wow, perfect.
4-4 down again to the spy. Wow.
And he's gonna get away with 5 health too, and he's gonna chase the heavy down. I like it.
There just never seems to be enough people with 4-4 when they're trying to kind of drive push. So
like they sort of all group around him and then
Bowser
leave.
That was close. Satan knocked Giraffe down to like 30 health, but Bowser got a headshot before he could put a little puff of flames on him to finish him off.
And Bowser immediately follows up with a kill on 38 special as well, so there's no aggression from Blue for the immediate future, although Bowser does go down to a spy. Oh, the Salmon! The Salmon is a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing, but of all the terrible things in this game, it's one of my favorites.
You're going to get up here and stop the point, Satan, quite able to push him off.
Wow. Work! Right at the start of that push. Immediately takes them down.
Really well timed. So
I
this
think
is kind
he's
of
going to cap this, but I think they're going to get capped right back if Highlander players are smart about this.
Yeah, they have a lot of spawns a little bit quicker. If they can get up quick enough. ET really needs some semblance of a forward hold. Giraffe's already there, kind of spamming from afar. It's gonna come down to a dry push. This is should be in. They need to go now. If they go now, trades will still work. If they wait a little bit too long, it's not gonna work out so well. They're not gonna respawn in time to get up.
The control point is being contested.
They've already got numbers up.
Yeah, marching on the point. H&G cloaking on the point, takes down the heavy. Almost gets the demo, but Geosis air blasts him out of the way. They're gonna just grab the point again and 2-2.
Once they got a few numbers up in that situation, it's almost a given that they were going to cap, because all they had to do was cap. They didn't have to cap well.
We talked a little bit pre-game about how ET, like, if things aren't going their way, they really need to adjust and they're not so good at it. But let's see if maybe they can do it. Maybe they can take another mid. Not been going in their way so far. Lunacite gets on phase really early and takes him down, so that's a big problem. The flank of ET is retreating. Spy close right behind 4-4. He's going to come up again and almost gets him.
Just go for the shot! Oh, and he's going for the demo. Oh, he could have.
He's going to stay alive. They're forced out. 4-4 was hurt.
They're still going to... That's the thing, like, even that situation, just being a spy in that area helped force them out some. Even if he didn't get anything. But they are going to move forward, because they do... ET does have a lot of numbers right now.
No one has gotten the point yet. It looks like... Ooh, Justin needs to back up before he gets spammed. Okay, Geo doing a good job of pushing that back.
Justin's doing a pretty good job of backing out just before he's in trouble. Like, he was back, as you were saying, oh, he needs to back out, he was just turning around then. He's been doing a pretty good job of sort of just being that elusive. Although he sort of trapped himself on the cliff at this point, which is dangerous, because there's a sniper out. Although Sniper is Sandman, and they're gonna Uber off that. I think they just actually decided to Uber off the advantage of bonking the enemy sniper.
So they're going to back up a little bit. The post-Uber Bowser's going to be up in phases, and he should be able to... Yep, there we go. 4-4 down to Bowser with a body shot. Body shots do work if you don't have to worry about another sniper headshotting you, so...
That's a demo down. This is going to be a solid cap. I would say they could do a forward hold off this, but we haven't seen one yet, so I don't really expect one.
Yeah.
And you have to do a full forward hold with your whole team on cliff or anything, but...
FaZe has just not been able to do anything this round. I mean, he's actually top scoring for his team, but I'm not really seeing any super important picks. I've seen him get Bowser a lot, but I haven't seen him get, you know, a medic or a demo very often.
I'd be interested to see in the logs who he's killing, because he's getting a lot of kills and some really nice shots, but like, I think they're Bowser and the enemy soldier.
And sometimes that's what it comes down to, is you got the pick when it mattered. Even if you didn't get all the kills that the other player did, so. Uber was not really forced. They're kind of used that aggressively to come out and chase 4-4 down. He's gonna have to use by himself. No, he drops. Oh wow. No one went back with him. He moved away, and Alec just chased him down. They were completely by themselves. 4-4 with his crossbow out with about 80 health, trying to shoot down Alec, and Alec just dodged it.
And ET's going to keep pushing off this anyway, because Highlander players don't have a demo, so they're about to, I think, but currently they don't, so I think ET is going to get the point off that. But they're going to keep their meta alive, and they're going to recap.
Yeah, not a huge advantage for Justin, though. Again, ET's little kind of non-Uber pushes have been that much better against kind of the soft holds that Highlander players are putting up. So times are about even right now. Lunacite jumping in again, right onto 4-4. Man, he just needs more
he's been
people.
doing that all game, and a lot of times it's not working.
This is kind of what was happening in the Ginyu match. Was 4-4 was dying to spies and soldiers a little bit more than he needed to.
I mean, like, sometimes
still
a soldier will bomb your medic and die, and your medic will die, and that happens. But if he's bombing alone repeatedly in Highlander, like, and your medic's dying to it, that's a problem, because you've got multiple classes designed to stop that. Although they are going to hold on to the point, they're just going to bully them out with...
surprising misstep again. Oh wow, the bonk and... wow, the Sandman to the backstab on the 38 special.
This is the most work I've ever seen a Sandman do, I want to say.
Yeah, Alex, kind of impressive with it. Never thought I'd say that about a Sandman, but... Again, they're kind of failing to come up and grab this point back. ET just ticking time away.
Yeah, it's one sliver away from being capped. Spy... Oh, the Spy starts decloaking onto cap, and then the Scout's right there.
And wow, like, 4-4 has died like 3 or 4 more times than Justin this round, and it hasn't mattered. Because they just have not pushed.
Yeah,
They've not gotten together afterward, pushed. Now 4-4 has an advantage somehow.
Too much of a defensive mindset, I think.
Yeah.
They're too much behind and around that cliff. I'd like to see some more people come out on the platform. You don't... Most of their flank is not going over there ever.
And possibly for good reason. ET's flank with the Scout Demo Pyro usually over there, or Scout Soldier Pyro, excuse me, is probably the best in the league. And
they are going to cap. I mean, they just got forced and still capped more or less. So
yeah.
That's
it's
kind
amazing
of
what happens
want,
when everyone goes forward together.
I feel like even when they don't have the point, Highlander players is waiting for ET to push into them. Which, and then some ET eventually will, and it works. But like you shouldn't wait if you don't have the point.
Bowser's got about 20 seconds here to get some nice shots on it. Not that long, never mind. A few seconds to get some nice shots. FaZe is going to respawn. ET did get forced back after their sniper did go down, so looks like they're going to buff FaZe up and have him come up on the cliff and see what he can do. Flank picks going in Highlander players' favor, only Alec going down. And staying alive is good on defense, obviously, but you just can't let the team walk in for free. And they can't let him cap at all right now. It's an overtime for ET, so Spy's going to uncloak behind Giraffe. There's no one there. Okay, Uber comes in to kind of stop it.
FaZe is now dead. The Spy decloaked behind him, and he tried to stay and fight it out. I think if you're up on cliff as sniper on this map and you get shot, even a body shot by anything, just drop off the cliff and you stay alive. And I think that's the correct thing, but I think both FaZe is sort of staying up there and waiting for someone to support him.
E3 tried to kind of posture for position there, but Bowser did a lot of work. He's on a 4 streak. FaZe going down to Alec. Just need to get back, regroup. Everyone needs to heal up over here. Satan going down, trying to make a play. He had some good coordination with H&G there, but again, H&G with the unlucky little 180 from the medic. Can't let him take this point back, guys.
No,
Gotta get on it.
Really good position.
Yeah, they've got a lot of time on it, and that's gonna bait.
But they have bad numbers, so I don't think they can take it. But
they've got their demo. That's really what they need, but he's gonna get crushed. Yeah.
And this is their round for sure.
Yeah. Wow. I think I might have been right.
I think you might have been right. You gave it one more round than like a half a round more than I did.
Look at the points and the dominations over on red. Both Alec and Giraffe were outscoring the medic, and Scratchy with I guess he's an engineer with teleports, only a couple points behind. But so many dominations for Tangerine Highlander players, Giraffe's team. Only one for ET. So, again, what do you think needs to happen? I think ET needs to play around 4-4 more. He's dying in times where he just really shouldn't.
Here are the logs. I'll have a look at them. I would agree with you about playing more around 4-4 at the right times. And I'd also say they need to recognize that Highlander players are playing a defensive game. Like, if Highlander players don't have the point and they're playing passively on cliff, I almost want to say, like, ET should just sit there on their cliff. And, like, if the team that needs to cap the point is going to play a defensive game, then the other team can just play passive forever.
Yeah.
I would say, like, don't even Uber into them, which we're seeing. Like, they sort of, like, get a little bit of a positional advantage and say, like, okay, we should push. But it's like, you have the point, and they're not moving. So just sit there.
Yeah. I think the flank of ET is maybe getting baited into, like, some 1v2, 1v3 situations. When Highlander players, Tangerine Giraffe's team is staying, so far back, they don't really need to fight him. They just need to play the point a little bit more. They were doing a pretty good job of it with their combo in 38, but that combo needs a little bit more support, or they're uber forced when, again, they're moving forward to a kind of a attacking situation, but they don't really need to force if they're not going to get surrounded. So just a little more overall coordination from ET and a little more keeping 404 alive. I think 404 is honestly, I think he's like, you know, one of the top 2 at least Highlander medics. He's a fantastic medic, and I used to watch his stream and just I would be upset for him, because I know he's calling it, I know he's feeling it, that he wants people with him, but sometimes it doesn't happen. And like I said, I think ET has kind of one mode they play in, and they need to make that adjustment for to get another round.
Now, we were talking about snipers before and the kills. FaZe has 13 more kills than Bowser, and 8 of those kills are on Soldier. So I think a lot of what he's doing is shutting down bombs.
Yeah, that could be after the fact, though.
Could be.
That's
It was
the problem
before
with
the fact.
stats,
I've
yeah.
seen him get a few body shots, both in air and on the ground.
We saw that crazy
And we saw that
headshot
crazy
on
headshot.
mid,
As
yeah.
well. Yeah, they both got the same medic kills, same NG kills. Bowser has 2 more heavy kills. FaZe has 1 more demo kill. So I think it's really more about the timing of their kills that they're getting. And they're almost even on killing each other. Bowser's 1 less.
I know I've seen Bowser do a really good job when they do have the point. He's up there on the rock. I think FaZe kind of moves up too.
And he also runs Girardi.
Does he?
He's been running Girardi. It hasn't made a huge difference, but a few times he's sort of gotten it on the combo, and it was another thing that they had to, another reason that they had to back out, you know? I don't think there's been any game-changing uses of it, but he is running Girardi, which maybe, has it gotten him stabbed more, though? I'm not sure that it's gotten, because he's running Girardi, but he's playing with his team. FaZe is running Razorback, but he's up on Cliff and doesn't like to leave it, so I think they're both pretty much getting killed by the spy evenly.
Yeah.
Let's see if that's
Speaking
actually
of spies, what I'm looking at right now is medic deaths. 404 is at 16 to just in times 7. 6 of those deaths are to the spy.
Yes.
And how many are to
ridiculous.
the soldier? 5.
5?
So
4.
well over half of 404's deaths are
No.
to a spy and a soldier. And it looks like Bowser's got it once
usually,
too. And
for the soldier, usually acting, the soldier just bombs in repeatedly when he decides he's going to do it, and a lot of them don't work, but a lot of them do. Like, a lot of times he gets them down, there was several times in a row where he got him down to like 10 health, and it was just like, oh, almost, but like, he just goes again, and no one's there to protect 404 to stop that from happening when it happens again.
And yeah, he's getting multiple jumps in, and he's getting multiple rockets. He's able to reload. I've seen him reload like up to 3 rockets, and still have shots on 404. A lot of times he doesn't need it, but it's way more. I mean, I always thought that, you know, when I was starting Highlander, I pretty much made it my goal to say, okay, if I stop bombing soldiers 1 rocket, then everyone else should destroy him quicker than he can probably shoot the other one. So if I can reflect that 1 rocket, I've done my job. And right now, you know, that rocket's not getting reflected, and the rest of the team isn't there to destroy him either, so he's getting all those shots off. Who are we missing right now?
Yeah, Demento's in spec. I'm assuming he is pooping.
Yeah, everyone needs
Everyone needs it.
What are your thoughts on pooping, Frank?
Oh,
XTV
Huey,
stream,
that's
so
not appropriate for the stream.
We're gonna keep it classy on XTV stream and just talk about poop for a little bit.
Literally shit-talking.
Literally.
Literally.
You know, I have to say, I didn't like... For the longest time, I didn't like to use the restroom in a public place. I had to be my own, you know, my nice throne. Now I have a nice job, there's some nice restrooms, and, you know, getting paid is a pretty nice thing, I have to say. It's
My
completely
restrooms
changed
have
everything.
locks on them.
Oh, yeah, see, ours are single-user restrooms. We have staff. Staff.
You have staff.
I work at a school.
Fancy. Oh, well, yeah.
So,
I mean,
staff bathrooms and staff infected, Frank.
yeah.
Thanks to XTV, shout out to Xtime and
Shout
everyone
out
at
to
XTV for letting us cast tonight. We're sorry that the normal combo of Xtime and Mustard Overload couldn't be with you, but Frank and I were happy to step in and a little bit of shit
For perhaps
talking
the
to
final time.
Perhaps so.
Perhaps this will never happen again.
So the next cast surely will be on my channel, but...
So, I guess we are just waiting for people to come back.
Yeah, this is what kind of happens, I think,
Mm-hmm.
when 27... You're 27?
Yes.
26, 27. Yeah, two 27-year-old men watching video games, talking about some food.
Yes.
This is what being an adult is like. All of you high school and college kids out there. We're grown-ups.
We are.
And I think you can tell why.
Hold on, is a thing happening? I don't know if a thing's happening.
There's some ping issues going on in the server right now. I'm gonna Bowser with 140.
I'm hearing you,
Scratchy.
Robot, just a little bit in the mumble, just as a... So
Frank,
that
I'm
might
not
be
a
you.
robot.
And I'm not bees. Wink.
Yeah, my ping has gone up as well, but the ping shouldn't be affecting the other players' pings.
Oh, that's true.
Something's going on, Frank.
What if there's a DDoS? It's happened. I don't think that's what's happening, because not everybody's getting high pings, but it's possible.
Hopefully our casting did not prompt the DDoS.
You mean the incredibly high quality?
What was that? A bandit.
A bandit.
There's a bandit causing a DDoS here. I'm gonna blame the bandit from Myanmar, the province formerly known as Burma, for those of you wondering. So, we've got Tangerine still sitting here waiting for one more player as everyone's pings are kind of going up, except for he's getting nice with 5.
Apparently Steam is getting screwed up too. I don't know if that's part of the issue.
Was this happening before the halftime? I wonder if any of those rounds were affected. I didn't see anyone.
No, I didn't. Actually, in the first round or two, Demento was very lacking, like slideshowy. But
That's just Spies. He's doing the pulse method of literally disappearing off your screen.
I love that, the pulse method.
Yes. 4-4 says live we are. So, as Yoda has just told me in Steam.
Oh, good. Demento he left spec and disconnected, so I'm assuming he was trying to fix his lag that I was just talking about, perhaps.
Sounds like everyone's is pretty bad right now. I don't know if maybe I need a server change or something. Their caster probably does not want that. Hey, mine's going down.
Mine's still up, so I don't know what's wrong with you guys.
Well, Bowser's in the chat saying server is shit. Uh, 4-4 did say we were live, so I wonder if they're gonna still ready up. I hate seeing ping, have an effect on things. 38 special. I mean, I always look to
well, you play
projectile
Pyro,
classes.
which is the most ping-dependent class in the game, so you're sensitive to that. Whereas with Spy, it's like if your ping is high, it just gives you new moves. So you unlock extra abilities.
Yeah, so...
But yeah, no, I agree. It's lame to have that happen, but at least it's affecting both teams, except for 404.
But it's not affecting the same classes. Like 38 specials ping is 134 as opposed to Giraffe 60, and that's a big advantage.
True. Maybe this is all a plot by 404
to lose.
Get the best ping. Well, he's got 5 pings.
He's got 5 pings. He's taking all of the pings from everyone else. He's pressing them
vampire.
into his own
We're
5
live.
ping.
We are live with these pings, good or no, so we'll have to see how that works out. And just to remind everyone, it is currently 3, or anyone who's just joining us from the other game, it's 3-2 in favor of Highlander players.
And we have switched sides, so Highlander players are in blue now. And again, 4-4 going down to Luna's side as he jumps in. I think there might have been a Girardi, because that seems to have been a crit or mini crit. I didn't see it, but 4-4 down once again. They just need to keep Justin up, and he's kind of getting spammed out a little bit. Now he's going to jump into the roller, get away with about 60
There was
health.
a soldier behind them who was on their cliff for a long time. They didn't have anyone who could contest him, but he just managed to live through that, I think.
You know what? As soon as we ready up, things are back. Things are back to normal, so we're doing good here.
Well, that's good. 4-4's ping has gone up 2 to 7 though, so it's.
Oh man, that's a big,
Mm.
big disadvantage.
But yeah, we see Highlander players doing the characteristic taking mid, but uncharacteristically. Well, actually, maybe I'm speaking too soon. So far, all the rounds that Highlander players have won, they take mid and then lose it in the first 30 seconds, and then ET keeps it for about a minute, and then Highlander players keep it for like 2.5.
Kind of an aggressive Uber coming out. Alec tried to get on to 4-4, got one shot on him, took him down to 98. Maybe, I don't know, kind of, they take a little bit of time off there, but they're not even going to make 4-4 use. This is not a good play.
Yeah,
he went all the way back.
Oh, they're coming in. Draft makes him use. Walks in, makes him use, and doesn't really have a great jump.
Yeah, he should have been dead. He shouldn't have got that close. He got like 3 or 4 stickies on the 4-4 up there in caution. And
he just had no one spamming
himself.
main. If you're gonna have your medic on caution, you have to spam main. That used to be one of the standard holds. Hold your heavy medic on caution, and your demos to the side of caution, just spamming the heck out of main. And the problem with that hold was the instant the demo stopped spamming main, people could just walk up it and spam your caution. Caution, for those who don't know, is where that medium ammo kit is. It's got caution tape on it, so that's why it's called caution.
Caution. Caution, Frank. I'm going to start talking now.
Caution.
Giraffe going down to phase after he takes down Mila. A little bit of a better trade in ET's fair. They're kind of doing the same kind of passive hold the team's been doing. Demento, I almost called him, Hump comes up and takes down 38 special, though right as the Uber comes in. Jose is kind of getting dropped as they move forward. 4-4 is getting himself.
Right there as the Uber starts.
He was able to get himself. Yeah, he was able to get himself back into the. Oh, he peeked out though and got shot by Bowser. Well, 4-4 escapes. He's got 100% Uber. He's going to wait for a couple spawns and they're just going to move straight forward and probably take this point right back. A little leapfrog action going on Viaduct right now. They did get an earlier force, not just let him have this point again. There's the force coming off the cliff. Giraffe jumping out. They're going to get way out here.
Yeah, they're already gone. They knew that the pop was going to happen and they're gone. That's. Justin's been very consistent about that.
Every time ET is Ubered, I think this entire night, I've seen... Oh, here comes the spy up behind Justin Time right now. He's gonna... Oh, doesn't quite take him down. They're so jittery looking.
Yeah, it's...
That... I have to wonder if that might have been a stab had there not been some... little bit of jitter there.
Well, that might just be us, too. Sometimes Source TV does that.
So. That is true.
It's hard to tell. Their pings look okay, but that doesn't always tell the whole story. But Satan was also right there, and it didn't... It almost worked, but it didn't.